My name is Jonathan Blake Hewer, and I am the author of Be Employed When You Graduate. Last week, it was a pretty simple challenge. Just introduce yourself to somebody. This week, we're going to talk about something a little different. Your challenge is just to make a list of skills. This may seem incredibly simple. The hard part is keeping it going over time. So the question is, why do this and what are you doing? First of all, you learn a lot as you move through all of your classes. You might learn a little bit about a statistics package in another science class. You might learn a little bit about some computer program in a history class or an English class as you need it to complete an assignment. Those are all skills, and when you're first starting out in your career, those skills can make the difference between you getting the job and someone else. The other thing to know is that there's a lot of things out there to do this for you. There's LinkedIn, there's lots of other websites, there's badging programs, there's portfolios. There's all sorts of things out there that will help you make a list of your skills. But I find it easiest just to make one for myself. The first thing is what? What is the actual skill? The next thing is where. Where did you learn this skill? Was it as part of a volunteer opportunity? Was it as part of a class? Was it at another job? When did this happen? When did you learn this skill? When did you acquire this? Now, one of the cool things I'm going to show you later by doing a Google form is that it records the date for you. I just say contact, but the reality is, did you meet anybody? Was there any networking? Did you make any valuable contacts? Other people who can say that you have this skill, but also that you can rely on in the future when you need help finding a job or when you're trying to find other opportunities. The next one is media. This may seem like an odd one, but if there's a picture from you at the event, if there's a picture of you learning these skills, a video, a podcast, whatever it might be, those are all really helpful. So make sure you keep track of it. The last one is tags. You're probably familiar with tagging from doing websites and things like that. But it's helpful to make a list of your own tags so that when you're trying to put together a resume quickly, you can sort, you can find, you can do all sorts of simple things that will help you assemble the list of skills that you need to match with a particular employer. So now I'm going to show you how to do this on the computer using a Google form.
So if you're not familiar with Google Drive, you just go to drive.google.com, and what you're going to do is create a form. A form is great because it allows you to keep track of all of your information in one place, and I'll show you later why this is really helpful. Just go ahead and make some simple text questions. The great thing about this is that it keeps it organized for you so that you can reference it any time, but it's not public. So it's not something like on LinkedIn where you have to have things organized so that an employer can look at it. This just gives you a great internal list that you can use in the future when you're building a resume or doing other things like building your LinkedIn or whatever other system might exist in the future. So when you've got the list, quite simply, you click View Live Form, and so there it is. There is the form that you made. So what you should do is just save this link so that you can then do this anytime in the future. You can just put it on your desktop and make it very easy to find. So we can go ahead and punch something in. So what skill? The thing that's great is by the time you graduate, you will have a lot of skills listed here. When you want to find something, you can always do a simple find, so a Command F or a Control F, and you can find and cheat. So you can say, I know I met that AT&T person at one point and I'd like to work there now. So just by doing a simple find, you can immediately find when and where you met that person so that you can reach out to them and say, you might not remember this, but I was the one who was live tweeting at the event that you sponsored as part of the advertising club. I'm very interested in getting advice on a job or getting advice on an internship. Would you have time to talk? And so that way you'll have all of that information organized. Same thing if you're working on a resume and you're applying to somewhere that statistics might be helpful. You can say, where did I learn stats? Oh yes, I learned stats in my education class. So again, you just have a way to keep all of that information organized. And this way, you don't have to worry about how accurate you are or how nice it looks to the outside world, like on LinkedIn. You can have all of your information organized just for you and search it and sort it and do whatever you need to.
If you have any questions, ask them down below. Subscribe, let me know what you think, and I'll be back with another challenge next week.